2024 লোকসভা ভোটে যোগী আদিত্যনাথকে প্রধানমন্ত্রী হিসেবে দেখতে চান অখিল ভারতীয় হিন্দু মহাসভার নেতৃত্ব। বুধবার দিন এক সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে এমনই মন্তব্য করলেন অখিল ভারতীয় হিন্দু মহাসভার পূর্ব ভারতের সেন্ট্রাল অবজারভার রাজা মুখোপাধ্যায় এবং পূর্ব ভারতের স্পোক্সপারসন রাজীব নাথ রয়। কারণ তারা মনে করেন আদিত্যনাথই পরবর্তী প্রধানমন্ত্রী হওয়ার অন্যতম দাবিদার। যোগী আদিত্যনাথ যেভাবে উত্তরপ্রদেশের উন্নয়ন করেছেন তাতে তিনি ভালোভাবেই সারা দেশ চালাতে পারবেন, কারণ যোগী আদিত্যনাথ হল হিন্দুত্বের অন্যতম মুখ।
The big UP election is coming in. What do you think? There would be anti-incumbency or Aditya Yogi Nath ji will sell through?
It's very difficult to say what is there in Mr. Yogi's kitty, I would say. Development in UP had been in a flying mode. Investors are very happy. Crime rate has come down, definitely. The people who were involved in crime are behind bar or have left UP. So these are the few things which has been done.
One question, Rajiv, I have to ask you, and I can't stop asking you. People take sannyas to perform certain duties. जोगी जी का तो ऐसा हुआ कि पहले सन्यास हुआ, उसके बाद उसका राजाभिषेक हो गया। तो ये कैसा सन्यास है और कैसा राजाभिषेक है? What do you think about this?
देखिए, हमेशा राजयोग खाली एक मेरे हिसाब से नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग को राजयोग करना चाहिए।
और जोगी जी would have been in today's show, I would have asked him one question. And the question would have been, जोगी जी ये क्या राजयोग है या कर्मयोग है?
That you have to ask Yogi ji only. I am not the right person to give that answer.
Coming back to our prefecture, Hindu Mahasabha. I'm sure the central leaders of Hindu Mahasabha, Rajiv, are very focused on the UP election.
I don't think so.
They are not?
I'm not think if you ask me really, the UP national president or anybody in UP who is trying to focus on UP election, I find them very weird and very distorted. If they were focused, Yogi will have a very hard time.
Mane, you are telling me that you are a part of Hindu Mahasabha, you are a spokesperson for 13 states, and you are saying that the 13, your central committee members are not focused.
Whatever I have seen till now in newspaper, and even on a different platform, talking with few people in Uttar Pradesh, I find it very difficult to digest.
Tell me something. Is it because something that we heard, that we have news that you are traveling and meeting the central leadership? Is there a message that you want to give to the central leadership?
I do not have any message for my central leadership. I only want to say one thing. First, stop quarreling among your own people. You do not know what you are up to. Yogi, the government, and the BJP government in center, and Yogi government in state, you are fighting with a lion, and if you are not a lion and if you are a wolf, you won't be able to even come near to a lion. If you want to fight with a lion, you have to be a lion.
So Rajiv Nath Roy clearly says that Aditya Yogi Nath ji is a lion, the BJP central leadership led by Narendra Modi ji is a lion, and to fight them in Uttar Pradesh.
I don't want me to saying BJP in central leadership is a lion. I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah,
but you don't want to say that Modi ji is a lion?
I don't think so.
So, but Aditya Yogi Nath ji is a lion.
He is a lion, and I hope that he understands his power, and I would be very happy to see him as a next PM.
Next PM? Yogi ji as a next PM of India?
Of course, I would be loved to.
Is that what you are saying from the Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha platform?
Yeah, I am, because as a Northeast people, as the Eastern Indian profile, I would be very happy to see Yogi as a PM, not as a CM.
But it amazes me a lot because the other day Rajiv Nath Roy on footage he was saying आपकी बार हिंदू महासभा की सरकार, और आज जाके he is saying he would love to see Aditya Yoginath as the next PM. Are you hinting at a cross utilization of Yogiji?
I said only saying as a PM, he is one of the candidate, one of the major candidate for my love.
That is your personal right.
My personal view.
This is not your party line.
If you say the party line, if I say my personal view very clearly, I would like Yogiji as a PM. Across, if we are making a government in center, I will then also want Yogiji to be our PM.
This is a big breaking that Rajiv Nath Roy, who is a part of, and he's a very orthodox Hindu guy who, despite having a lot of opportunities today, has been into, the core of Hindu Mahasabha. And he's sitting here in Hindu Mahasabha and he's saying he would love to see Aditya Yoginath as the next Prime Minister of India. Having said that, one question, Rajiv, is there a leadership crisis at the center of Hindu Mahasabha? It's a very, very, sensitive question that I'm asking, because if you look at the people who created the stature of the people, the class of the people, the aura of the people who created Hindu Mahasabha, and the current leadership whom you are seeing today, do you think that there has been a downslide, or is it that the people who are stalwarts, they are just silent and having a watch? So my specific question to you is it a crisis of leadership, or is it that there are silent watchers who are the think tanks and they are waiting for the right time?
I would say both.
Okay. Please explain to the people.
The first part is whether the leadership of current do have the capability. I say no. But simultaneously, I would like to say that few of the leaders who are the leaders among the leaders have a strong and are strong person in their own personal space.
That means you want to say that Acharya Manavji, then some of the great saints and sadhus of various akharas who are the stalwarts into Hindu Mahasabha remain dedicated to their work, while there are some who are not that dedicated and they are in hot pursuit of Hindu Mahasabha's legend and properties and everything. What do you have to say?
Everything you have said, I would agree to every point, because few of our leaders who are currently sitting in chair, I would say they are saying themselves as the national president. Few of the leaders are saying themselves as the national president, are nowhere even have a state behind them, and they are only looking after and are after the money and the wealth of Hindu Mahasabha.
Another question that I would like to ask, this is a discussion, Rajiv. I'll give you my viewpoint as a central observer. We see that specifically in the state of West Bengal, there are so many claimants to the presidency, state presidency. We are watching the same kind of thing at the center, right? Then you have the Swagat Committee for Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha. It is something that it is coming down for ages and ages before election happens. Where do you think something has gone wrong? I'm saying from the time that when people like Acharya Prafulla Chandra Roy, Shyama Prasad Mukhopadhyay, Veer Savarkar ji, all these stalwart people, and today all this infighting and this this sectarian politics, what kind of message? Isn't there a negative message that is being sent to the Hindus, that the pioneer organization of the Hindus is busy fighting within themselves?
I don't think so.
Because why not? Why don't you think so? It's so much evident, Rajiv. It's everywhere. It's everybody knows about it. Then don't you think that it is a shame at this juncture when we are talking about Akhand Hindu Rashtra, we are saying that Jai Hindu Rashtra, at this point of time, Hindus fighting Hindus. What do you think?
I don't think them to be Hindu at all.
And that too within a pioneer organization.
I'm saying very clearly they are not Hindu at all.
So who is, according to you, a Hindu, a true Hindu?
A true Hindu is a person who believes in Sanatana Dharma.
Okay.
And I do not find any of the leaders who are currently sitting, whether in opposition or in the center, have any knowledge about Sanatana Dharma.
Rajiv, are you trying to target and are you trying to say that today in the sphere that we are living, we actually do not have practicing Hindus too much in the country? People who would do and go up and at the Brahma Muhurta will do a Surya Gayatri, or would do a Surya Homam, or would do a Saptasati Homam or Mahachandi Path. You are trying to say that we don't have practicing Hindus too much in this country?
In Bengal, I find 0%.
Okay.
And
that's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
And we have Pranavananda Giriji's, that famous ashram. We have Ramakrishna Mission. We have so many akharas. Still you say that we do not have practicing Hindus.
If we have a practicing Hindu, where are they?
Okay. Rajiv Nath Rai says, if there are practicing Hindus in Bengal, where are they? He wants to see where are the practicing Hindus in Bengal. Where is that Hindu rise in Bengal? Coming back to more pertinent thing, right? On ground reality zero. Rajiv, we have seen this Modi government function since 2014. Another mandate where experts are given the opportunity to apply their expertise to serve the nation. Is that correct?
Of course, that is what
one very more important question today evening is a question of the hour, Rajiv, and that is concerning India's neighbors. Rajiv, we have seen European Union transforming itself, a lot of European countries, and they fought, Great World War I and the Great World War II. And despite a lot of different orientations and a lot of things that has happened, they conglomerated themselves, integrated themselves into an economic bloc, which is the European Union. What is that one single, that was a magic touch, the BRICS, the Brazil, Russia, India and China, that complete, gameplay of Modi ji or whoever advised Modi ji to the BRICS was an excellent move.
Of course.
And then there was a silent force which stopped it. What is preventing India from creating
15 years? At least their life has been given in foreign services. They should be coming up with a bold policy.
Rajiv, one more thing is that Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha, both you and I have been talking a lot on the foreign direct investments and all. But we all know that for foreign direct investments, especially in the place we are sitting, which we are saying that it is the gateway to Southeast Asia, we have a huge problem with the land bank. We have a lot of problem in the way land is being acquired in Bengal. So what do you think? Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha will do political activism to get this corrected with the current government?
See, this current government will never allow people or the previous government from 1 million to 9 million. Sorry.
You are talking about the external debt?
External debt.
External debt. It is in lakh thousand crores.
Yeah.
It's in lakh thousand crores. You are talking about the external debt.
External debt.
Right.
From 1 to 9, we have in 10 years.
So it is very clear.
What my point here, in 10 years, if we have been 9 times high, if we do not have a proper foreign bank, if a child is born in Bengal, has a 45,000 debt in head,
you are talking about one child brought up in Bengal having 45,000 rupees as debt on his head?
That's right.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I just got myself educated.
You divide.
Rajiv, I feel that I need to go back to school. Do you feel that you need to go back to school? Of course. We both feel that we need to go back to school because first thing is that we owe to our motherland where we are born. And we have been consistently from Hindu Mahasabha saying this, that Bengal has immense potential to draw inward investment and to draw foreign direct investment. Unfortunately, our land policies, the land reforms once happened during the left, and after that it went for a toss, and now we don't have a proper land acquisition policy, and we have lot of ceiling acts. So for foreign direct investment, we have to have a very clear land acquisition and a single window clearance. And we need to, promote this brand Bengal, brand Northeast from this eastern side, for which both Rajiv and I are responsible. And global investors have lot. We can offer lot to the global investors. Rajiv, from tourism, one, to river networks, to transportation investments, to national highways, to large airports, international airport development, railways connectivity, super speed trains, right, high speed trains. We have so much to offer from the East. Why do you think that East is not that, collectively, attracting foreign direct investment?
I give a 2 point here.
Yeah.
The first point is the central government is not allowing it, saying we have a lot of insurgents, which is not true. Then they give another point here that
and this is what State Bank of India says. The information is not available as such. The information related to 100 corporate defaulters is not available as such. And then in the second question, when we ask them, they say, it is very tedious procedure to collect the data, and as such, the data is not available. And then again, they say, it is our resource, and we cannot divulge it under X, Y, Z sections of the RTI Act. Right, Rajiv?
Of course. And now my question to everyone who is in SBI or different bank or to the RBI governor, how in this world a defaulter can be a resource? Are you getting back money from them or back channel money, or you are getting
and whose money is NCLT cutting off? This haircut that they are getting of anywhere between 63% to 96%, whose money? It is the taxpayers' money. And what is this joke going around in the country? We are asking State Bank of India, we are asking Reserve Bank of India. Rajiv Nath Roy has done fantastic RTIs, and the second line of RTI is now lying with Reserve Bank of India, and we are expecting a quick answer from them. And
hopefully that we do not do a writ petition to the governor of India and also to the president and the prime minister. Please take a note of it.
So actually, Rajiv, writ petition has to be into the court, high courts, right? You have to constitutional writs you have to file under Article 224 and other sections which encompasses the larger benefit of the people of India. But this is a very serious thing that I want to tell you and to the governor of RBI, that please take care of the banks. When a small organization, a small startup, a small entrepreneur cannot pay back his loan or his credit card, you should be more compassionate to him, because he wants to give back. He is willing to give you back, but his situation or the sector is not permitting. But there are so many large corporates who basically diverts this fund and they get rid. That's why we said from Hindu Mahasabha, Rajiv Nath Roy and I, Raja Mukhopadhyay, we demand a generation next financial regulation in place so that we can attract foreign direct investment. Right, Rajiv?
Of course.
Any last few words to Channel 10?
I I want to ask all the viewer, whoever is watching this show, please ask yourself, I repeat my word once again, please ask yourself whether you are the person whom you think you are, or you are a person whom you think that you want to be.
So Rajiv says that Mera Bharat Mahan, and in the true sense, Bharat Mata should be serviced, because when our mother is not well at home, we do so many things to keep her well. But here we are, our Bharat Ma is not well, and we are looking at it and actually doing nothing. It's time for the nation to rise. We at Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha, Eastern India, we wish to bring up the youth and the women into leadership, give them empowerment in terms of financial freedom, and let them excel in the days to come. But at the same time, the Reserve Bank of India and the State Bank of India owes us the very serious answer to these questions of RTI, and if not dealt properly and respectfully, we will drag them to the court under writ petition and let the nation hear. Thank you very much. We would be signing off, and we will be back to you very shortly. Before going, one last question to Rajiv Nath Roy. Rajiv, Tripura and Manipur elections coming in Northeast very shortly. What is your take? Hindu Mahasabha will go all out on
Yes,
that?
we in all the part of all the 13 states, including UP, we will not leave an inch of land to anybody whoever thinks that he is beyond or above the nation.
So here is Rajiv Nath Roy, who says that Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha East will definitely, talk to the central leadership and put necessary approvals in place to fight elections in Tripura. Tripura elections is coming up, and Manipur will be also facing elections. And I'm sure the people and the brothers and the sisters of northeastern states will vote with consciousness and with the future of Northeast in mind. With that somber thought, this is Rajiv Nath Roy and Raja Mukherjee saying a very good night.
Bureau Report, Channel 10.